understanding of the leadership, and continue the second way is recognize your trait. The trait is something characters. So it's inherent toward the educated. We review this one. We'll continue this today. We will study the strengths. So sometimes we think of the time or the circumstances. We are at the top of the game. So step back and try to explain why we are actions in this situation. So there are many kinds of situations, and then how we did it. So feedback or some step back and think about it, because it's basically business is starting the plan to see. We can explain the business process the expect. So plan to see circulation is that every project or plan or strategy is follow these steps. There are many kind of detailed things. See sometimes more feedback. Go back something. Two is lots of the detailed contents. Plan is also these all processing, we can explain the whole business process or management processing. So that's why also the leadership is also mine. Same follow this methodology. So we can explain the circulation. So this circulate in the circulations in your life. So whether it was you or the way you presented yourself, each steps. So also these steps made you feel good or not something. Also, what did you do to work so well? Also, why did others respond to you the way that they did? The answer is each of these questions are related to your strength. So the strength is started for what did you do? Why did you other people's response for your actions? So this week we review the strength. How do we make it, and strength-based leadership. What is the strength-based leadership? So anyway, nowadays most of business stress their strengths. So strengths based leadership. So there are many kinds of approach for leadership. So this class with strengths-based leadership. So what is the strengths-based leadership? So before discussing the development and the principle of strengths leadership, we first need to clarify what is meant by strength. The author says the strength is an attribute or quality of an individual that accounts for successful performance. That is the strength. Say again, strength is an attribute or quality of an individual account for successful performance. Somebody did it successful performance. That means it's good outcome. or reach the goal. That is totally, we say, successful performance. So in this, at this the successful performance, how do you attribute to reach there, or how do you have a quality of an individual? These things is strength-based leadership. So somehow it is the characteristics or series of characteristics. We demonstrate when our performance is at its best because we have some goal. So any kind of situation, any kind of talent, we did our best thing. So that's why the strength researchers suggest the strengths of the ability to consistently demonstrate exceptional work. That means it's related to work. Also, some researchers define the strengths as a pre-existing capacity. It means it's a little bit kind of trait, secondly we say. So it's also authentic and energizing and enable peak performance, maximize peak top. Simply put, strengths are positive features of ourselves. It makes us effective and help us flourish. Very strengths and traits of them. So okay, this is for strengths-based leadership. And historically, background is strengths-based leadership from the perspective of strength is a new area of study. It came to the forefront in the late 1990s as a result of two overlapping research development. First is research at the Gallup organization. The research name is Gallup organization. Initiated a massive study that included the interview of the 2 million people to describe what writes the people. It means their talents and what they are good at, rather than what's wrong with people. It's a Gallup organization. Gallup. Organization. And second, is academic research scholars began to question the exclusive focus, the psychological disease model of human problems, and started to study mentally and physically healthy people and what accounted for their well-being. So, okay, the strengths-based leadership is from two kinds of approach. One thing is Gallup organization. They are interview method of people, about over 2 million people. But the problem is, but the point is, what's right with people, rather than what's wrong with people. So that means is they are approach to positive ones, okay? No negative. What's good, what's right, rather than what's wrong, what's bad. And the other background is they focus the psychology. Also, they are some physically healthy. That is also related strength-based leadership. Anyway, the image is strength-based leader have to have a healthy people, also well-being. So this is for positive psychology. We call it positive psychology. One thing is Gallup, one thing is positive psychology, is background of the strengths-based leadership. Each of the two developments have to explain the rising popularity of strengths-based leadership. So first, the best known as a public opinion research organization is to conduct political polling, the Gallup organization. This is polling. Researched at least 2 million people. Also, the Gallup organization also conducts research in other areas of social science. Nearly over almost 40 years. This study has been major research focused at the Gallup. So you know that the Gallup is a very famous polling company. Nowadays, it's very powerful research for the polling. So the Gallup research is designed and published the Strengths Finder Profiling. They named it the Strengths Find Profiling. The version is 2007 has been called Strengths Find 2.0. And this is for used version for strengths-based leadership. So the Strengths Finder, that's it. Strengths Finder. Strengths Finder is one of the most widely used as self-assessment questionnaire in the world. Has been completed by more than 10 million people to date. This assessment has been adopted by many universities and organizations to help individuals identify their strengths. And this one finally become more engaged and improve their performance. That means is, as you know, there's a big data. So Gallup has a tremendous database of strengths-based leadership. It is lots of questionnaire. $10 million people questioning and accumulated data is using the big data. That's why the Gallup is developed the toughest company in the majority trend or something, and polling and election forecasting. They are very famous. And also, very powerful tools that is Strengths Finder. Because of they have a tremendous big data. So the question, this is for Gallup's time. So while the Gallup has not published any theory about the strengths, the widely accepted use of Strengths Finder has elevated strengths as a key variable in the discussion of factors. That means 10 million people answer the questionnaires, and then even if they don't, they did not publish the theories about the strengths, but widely accepted this version. Strengths Finder 2.0 is a used version. So strengths-based leadership is developed these days nowadays. Very powerful tools. And the other historic background is positive psychology. I said is the many research scholars began to question the exclusive focus the psychological on a disease of human problem. So this is what we call the positive psychology. At the same time, Gallup's Strengths Finder 5 was growing in popularity. Also, the major change was occurring in the discipline of psychology. So researchers were challenging the discipline to explain its focus on not only what is wrong with people and their weaknesses, but also what is right with people and their positive attributes for leadership. This expanded focus is initiated by Martin Seligman's first researchers. So this is we call the field of positive psychology. Positive psychology. There are two history background of strengths-based leadership. One thing is Strengths Finder from Gallup. The other one is positive psychology. So especially the positive psychology could be defined as scientific study of the makes life was living. So we say it's scientific. Positive psychology we call the scientific. Because they approach the scientific methodology. So the positive psychological focus is on the individual's strengths and the factors allow them to thrive. It addresses people's positive experience. We have lots of experience. And how can we establish or accumulate or develop the leadership? By positive experience. For example, their happiness and joy is people's positive traits. Most people may complain and disorder. Lots of the negative words, but in the related strengths-based leadership is related for positive traits. Human being has lots of the positive traits. It's happiness, good, and some they're warm, something like no harmful, such as their characteristics and talent with a last trait. So people's positive trait is good for positive psychological approach. So also the people's positive institutions, such as families, schools, businesses, all that is influenced for them. This is for positive psychology. So most prominently positive psychology is devoted to study of the people, positive characteristics. It is strength. They are separate. If we feel the positive things, and then automatically this is developed here his strength. This circulation makes it invaluable for understanding strength-based leadership. Positive psychology launches the analysis of people's strengths into the mainstream of scientific research. So some researchers, Lindy, he made the analysis tools of the strengths in the mainstream of scientific research. So he suggests concepts and theories from the field of positive psychology, directly related or learning how strengths-based leadership works. So there are three kinds of measuring and identifying. As indicated in the historical background, most of the research of strengths has been done by scholars connected with the gallery. And scholars studying positive psychology. This body of research has produced multiple ways of identifying strengths and wide-ranging list of individual strengths. So I introduce the major groups. One group is Gallup Organization, and Value in Action Institute, and Center of Applied Positive Psychology in the Great Britain, in England. So there are much of overlap in their works. Each research group provides a unique perspective of identifying and measuring of strengths. So you don't need to measure tools or methodology. So just I introduced how they using the identifying and measuring study and measuring of strengths. Okay. There are three kinds of very famous methods. That's it. So briefly, I introduced the strengths table is from the talent. Talent belongs to the trait. So I'll show you that the table. How do they improve becoming or strengthen? Page 107. Yeah. Talent things. Execute. Achieves, arranges, believe, executing includes achievers, arranging, believe, constantly, deliberative, discipline, focus. These things is positive word. Also, their responsibility, restorative, or something is impulsive, activate, command, communication, competition, maximizer, self-assurance, significance, move. And delay the building is for traits or the talent. It's adaptability, develop, connectedness, empathy, harmony, include individualization and positive related. Also, they finally get a strength thinking is analytical, context, futuristics, ideas, input, interaction, learner, strategy. Most world is using the positive psychology. So it's very powerful using the questionnaire for talent things. And I'll show you how do we equate the strength equation. But it's not exactly a numerical methodology, but we explain the process. So I showed the talent time investment. Talent times investment equals stress. This is a very simple equation of strength. So talent time investment equals strength. It means if you added more talented or more investment, is maximize the strength because it's times. So for example, the talent means it's a nature way of thinking or feeling or behaving. These things belongs to talent. And investment means is a time spent practicing. So you are lots of practice invest the time or developing your skills. Something there are many kinds of developed methodology for your skills and building your knowledge base. So invest time, invest and skills and knowledge. These things to invest here. And talented is for thinking, feeling, and behaving. These things include in talent. So you have thinking talent, feeling talent, behaving talent in here. And after that, you invest for time for practice. Practicing skills, knowledge, you invest that, and then it's time. That is more cumulative. And the final answer is more strength, your ability to consistently provide near perfect performance. So, reverse explain, if you want to strength based leadership, you have to invest time for practicing, develop the skills, and accumulate the knowledge. Also, you have to have the thinking skills, feeling skills, and behaving skills is for your major strength equation. So also their question is, how can leaders use strength in their leadership? So there are many kinds of textbooks, but I would like introduce that words, but only why introduce the domains of leadership strength. There are four kinds of that. The final results, they are summarized in table here. Exactly. Influencing, relationship building, and strategic thinking. Very important things, okay? Because the four domains is contribute for strengths-based leadership. And the final output is they should to do exactly influence, relationship building, and strategic thinking style. These things is for Born answer this equation. Also, what kind of values in action, institute, and the inventory of strengths. Last week, I focused. Also, I like their value, minimum values or values. So, most human beings focus study or skills, practice, and a conversation or enjoy the counting or communicating association. Lots of that for your value. Also in the leadership, lots of the research represent the values in action institute and inventory of strengths. At the same time, Strengths Finder profile was gaining prominence. Researchers at the value in action. Values in action. That is, the Gallup is developed EIA Institute. There's some kind of the institution. So there are many projects to develop the frameworks of the field of positive psychology. So they defined and conceptualized character strengths. So this classification focused on what is the best in people rather than their weakness and problems. How they overcome their inherent weakness or problems. They suggest methodology or they suggest classification focused. To develop the classification, they reviewed philosophically and spiritual literature. There are many history of Greece, Judaism, Buddhism, Hinduism, and Confucianism is data from that, especially Israel, Greece. So they are making it some table for these things. Classification result. I'll show you the table. This is the value in actions classification of character strengths. How they measure that? The character strengths. There are how many classification? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 classification, 6 categories. So first categorize wisdom and knowledge. This is a cognitive strength. And how they evaluate that. First, there are 5 sections. It's creativity, curiosity, open-mindedness, love of learning, perspective. These 5 strengths is related to wisdom and knowledge. And courage, encourage. These things is related to emotional strength, or sense, bravery, perseverance, just. These things is related to courage or emotional strength. And humanity. Humanity is interpersonal strengths. There are 3 kinds of strengths. First, kindness, love, social intelligence. these things relate to humanity. Justice. Justice means it's a civic strength. Fairness, leadership, teamwork relate to justice. And also temperance. Temperance is a strength over excess. There is a forgiveness, modesty, prudence, self-regulation. This is temperance. And finally, transcendence. Transcendence is related to strength about the meaning. It belongs to the appreciation of beauty and excellence, gratitude, hope, humor, and religiousness. These things relate to strength about the meaning. So transcendence. These things is for classification of characteristic strengths of BIA. This is very powerful tools for your accumulate or develop characteristics. And I'll show you the center of four models for strengths profile. This is for the center of applied positive psychology models. It's from the CAP, Anyway, there are four kinds of strengths. Unrealized strengths, realized strengths, and left out below weaknesses. Right side, learned behavior. So these four sectors each, for example, the unrealized strengths shows that the performance well, performance, energizing, low use, 4M, Prof Marshall later if we are thinking, I'll show you that. And the right side, the realized strengths is performance well, energizing, higher use, when it's maximized. The 4M is the minimize, marshal, and maximizer, and moderating. So learned behavior is also same thing, but it's valuable user, the energizing, perform well. But the weaknesses shows to the performance poorly. And de-energizing, valuable use, but their point is minimized. This is center of applied positive psychology. So, just you think unrealized strengths, realized strengths, weaknesses, learned behavior. That's it. So now I introduce the strengths-based leadership in practice, in real life. How are the strengths used in leadership? Although there are no established leadership theories, how to practice leadership from the strengths perspective. Many useful applications can be made from strengths research in everyday leadership situations. So I show the steps, four kinds of steps. First step is include discovering your strengths. First time, discover and developing your strengths and recognizing and engaging the strengths of others. And finally, fostering the positive strengths-based environment around. And again, the first step, discovery. discovering of your strengths. Second step is developing. Developing your strengths. Third step is recognizing and engaging. The strengths of others. And finally, fourth steps is fostering the positive strengths-based investment. That's leadership. So these steps for your powerful strengths-based leadership. First step, discovering your strengths. What is your strength? Discover, find. And second, continuous step is developing your strengths. Develop more practice or something. And recognizing and engaging for other institution or others association. Anyway, the recognizing and engaging, participating. And finally, fostering a positive strengths-based leadership. These steps is for your strengths-based leadership. If you following these steps, will not be become a perfect strengths-based leadership. But they will mostly certainly help you as a leader to maximize the use of your strengths as well as those of others. This is for strengths-based leadership in practice. Just follow these steps is for more your leadership strength. Okay? How can we discover your strengths? So there are three kinds of methods. I'll show you briefly, explain the tables here. This approach to identifying strengths. There are three kinds of approaches. First, strengths of competence from Gallup. And the other one is VIA, values in action. And the other one is the CAP R2 strength profile. I'll show you the pictures. Each approach have the purpose to develop the strengths of competence, to identify traits, strengths of peak performance, and the strengths of characters from values in actions to identify virtuous moral character strengths, and the strengths fully realized from CAPPR2 strength profiler is to identify strengths and weaknesses to improve performance. Right now, number of strengths is a categorized 24, 20, 36, 60 over a questionnaire part. Doesn't matter. Anyway, there are three kinds of approaches to identify the strengths. Move it to the rest. Covering the stress. And developing your strengths. I don't want to the more detailed things. Only follow only one approach this time. There are many kinds of developing the strengths, but this one is enough for your individual, your life, the strength. And what is that? The next chapter is also these authors express the recognizing and engaging the strengths of others, because now from now on is this chapter the authors focus the myself, yourself, and how to develop that. But now I just briefly review that the others. If you have the perfect, if you want to the perfect strength-based leadership, you have to know others. Other people have some kind of the strengths. You have to recognize and engage in the strength of your others. So this is very normal sense, but the others almost mentioned 2 pages more. It's okay. And fostering positive strength based, positive climate, these things for your this step is very powerful steps for your strength. Okay. So last summary. Did I mention that summary? Okay. I show you that because this book is introduced some questionnaire for case study. So just briefly I introduce that. Now in 11.4. So the leadership stress questionnaire include that the purpose. What is the statement to develop the understanding of your leadership strengths? The other purpose is to rank your strengths in the select area of performance. Just briefly, I introduced that the question statements. There are many questionnaires, 30 questions. First, I am an energy participant and working with others. It means if I work with others, I'm very energetic participant. The scale is 5. 5 scale. For example, the scale is 5 point. Very much unlike, neutral, like, very much like. Very much like, very much unlike. The next, unlike, neutral, and like, and very much like. Something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is for representative the questionnaire study. First question: if I working with others, I am very energetic participant. I'm very unlike. And second question is brainstorming is one of my strengths. If I enjoy the brainstorming means there's sit in the open table and say to the brain idea and new experience or something like that, and they make some out. Brainstorming. I like this brainstorming especially or not, it's scale. I'm good at encouraging coworkers when they feel frustrated about their works. It means I am very good attitude for encouraging workers. It's good or not? And I want to know why we are doing what we are doing. Every time if we are working in the companies, every time you think, I want to know why. What we are doing now, kind of doing. Also, I look for common ground in the opposing opinions of others. It means what is your attitude for other suggestion or others' opinion. Also, I enjoy implementing the details of projects. Okay, I engaged, participated some project in our company, and then I'm very positive mind for the project, and then scale. I like to explore creative approach to problems. Every time we have some problems, but I like to explore creative approaches. And I go out of my way to help others feel good about their accomplishment. Okay, so I help to my coworkers, and then the output is developed that or improve that. I'm very happy. I'm very feel good. And next scale. So explaining a complex problem or issues is one of my strengths. Okay. I explain or I look myself. I am a strength of problems or issues, and then scale. I am a meditator in a complex situation. Okay, there are many kinds of conflicts. Each organization, and then I am a good meditator in conflict situation. There are many fighting situations, and I'm a good meditator or not. It means relay your co-work. I'm sick with the task until the work is complete. It means it's very sensitive physical problem. I can initiate change if it is needed when working with others. Okay. Some people don't like to change the working situation. For example, we introduce a new machine or new methodology or new project style, and then I join the first participate or not. I show concern for the personal well-being of others. I'm very concerned with personal well-being. So I like it, they don't like it. So there are many kinds of questionnaires in here for your strengths questionnaire. But I like to read the 30 questions. Final question is, I'm effective of helping co-workers reach consensus. This is very important questions for my type last time. It means that I'm very effective processing for helping others. They reach to consensus. Like it or not? This is all your question. And the strengths, purpose to learn, to recognize people's strengths. This is strength purpose. And also to gain a understanding of the role of strengths in their relationship process. This is purpose for strengthening. Okay, just briefly I showed that. And the reflection. There are three kinds of reflection. First, identify three people: friends, co-workers, colleagues, family members. Second, ask each of these individuals to do the following. Think of times or situation. Tell a brief story about what were you wrong, what you were doing. Describe why they thought you were performing. And based on the story, describe what is the unique benefits you offered others in this situation. And the final third reflection from the answers the individuals gave, identify 2 or 3 recurring themes. These themes represent your strength. This is for the kind of reflection of strength. That's it for your how to make the strength your leadership. Just today, just briefly in mind for you, you have to have the leadership strengths. So this class only introduce the strengths-based leadership, the methodologies, discovering your strengths, developing your continuous studies, recognizing and engaging for your others or other organizations, and finally fostering for your life. These things is developed based on a strengths-based leadership. So today I introduce one thing for your leadership importance. What is the importance of leadership? I explained that. Leadership is an important function of the management, which helps to maximize efficiency and to achieve organizational goals. Last time I talked with efficiency. So important leadership. So how can we maximize efficiency? This is related for leadership. And the other side is effectiveness. What is different? Efficiency is focused ratio concept. But effectiveness doing concept. So a little different. Anyway, in the leadership part, focus the efficiency. That's ratio concept. So I introduced the point justifying the importance of leadership in the consent setting. Initiated actions. What is it? Initiates actions. Leader is a person who starts the work by communicating the policies and the plans. But that the two subordinates from work, where the work actually starts. First time initiating means it start. So the leaders, the start person, and Second important reason is motivation. So leaders prove to be the playing in the incentive role in concerns working. So the leaders motivate the employees with economic and non-economic rewards, thereby gets the work from the subordinates. It means is how can we motivate to the co-workers and providing guidance. The leaders has to not only supervise but also play a guiding role for the subordinates. It means is leaders supervise and also guide for co-workers. Guidance here means instructing the subordinates the way they have to perform their work effectively and efficiently. I said effectively and efficiently. Provide guidance. Leaders have to have the providing guidance for leadership. And fourth, creating confidence. Confidence is an important factor which can be achieved through expressing the work efforts to the subordinate. Also explaining them clearly their role and giving them guidelines to achieve the goals effectively. It is also important to hear the employees with regard to their complaint and plan. So creating confidence means the leaders have lots of problem and some complaint and problems. At the time, the leaders create the confidence for their work. Building morale. Morale denotes willing to cooperate of the employees towards their work and getting them in competence with winning their trust. The leader can be a moral booster by achieving full cooperation so that they perform with best of their abilities as they work to achieve goals. It means that the leaders persuade or the encourage for the employees to reach or achieve the goals. That is building morals. Sometimes we say motion. Motion means something like that. And the next important factor is build work environment. So management is getting things done from people. And if efficient work environment helps the sound and stable growth. Therefore, human relations should be kept in mind by leaders. It means that leaders very strength-related human beings, because as a leader should be kept into the mind with co-workers. Also, the leaders should have personal relations. Should be also the many leaders should have personal contact with the employees and should listen to their problems and how to solve them. also, leaders should treat employees on humanitarian things. Humanitarian terms. It is very specified environments, the leaders control. And the final importance of leadership is coordination. Coordination. It can be achieved through reconciling personal interest with organizational goals. The synchronization can be achieved through proper and effective coordination, which should be primary motive of leaders. It means leaders should be coordinated situation and ultimately gather organizational goals. This is coordination. Okay, so there are 7 kinds of importance of leadership. I introduced that. Okay, so this is common sense, but title for your understanding or leadership. That's it. Okay. Today class, this is all. So, what is the question? Got that? This is all the class, and have a good day. We'll see you next week. Okay? Thanks for coming. Okay. See you.